Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Bill, and I'm back with another recap. And today we're going to be going over some calls that occurred in the Discord this morning from the FEG scanner alerts. And just to give you an update on how the day went, I only took one trade, and it was a BEAU to full trade, and it was one and done because I was only $800 away from passing my combine, and I hit that. So I'm done trading for the day. Here we are. Let's hop into the recap. So, first fair value gap that came in was right away at 832. We had a long fair value gap come in. So pinged here, or pinged at the start of this candle. I saw this, and there wasn't really much I could do. I was kind of just watching the market, seeing what would happen. Potentially, if we went down, maybe I would do something. I don't know. I was kind of playing it patient today because I only really needed one trade to pass the combine. So, due to that reason, I was a little bit more patient today, not really looking to deploy risk super quickly. So, this fair value gap came in, and I kind of just watched it. Nothing really occurred. So, let's just hop into the next. The next, we got another long call at 834, which is this one from here to here. And this fair value gap was basically the same as before. I was kind of just watching it, but both were breakaway fair value gaps. So I was like, well, there might be a chance that we just break away and go for, like, have a trend day where we just go straight up. I was kind of thinking that that might be the case because of these two breakaways. Um, but that didn't happen. But yeah, like I said, this came in and I didn't do anything to it because I mean, we didn't go back into it. We didn't retrace. We didn't invert it. So there's nothing really you can do. So after this fair value gap, I was still just sitting on my hands. So then at 8:42 we got a short call. So that would be this one right here. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, this was the fair value gap play that paid. Um, after after like seeing these two kind of breakaway fair value gaps, I was leaning a little bit short. I also had some slight short bias. If you guys check out my live recap or my live trading of this morning, which I'll post probably soon after this video. uh, if you watch that, you'll see that I was looking at like some of the daily time frames. I was looking at hourly, and we did take out a decent amount of liquidity on this sweep up. So going short wasn't really too difficult. Plus, it was a pretty easy and low risk trade because I was just risking up. I was just risking here, right? So we got this inverse, and I was like, I'm gonna take a stab short. So I actually got filled on this candle here, if I can draw. Um, I got filled on that green candle, and it kind of chopped around, and I was filled in short because we got the fair value gap down. We got the buy back into it, and then what I'm looking for is an expansion lower, targeting some lower liquidities, right? So I was targeting here, um, and there was a couple other lower ones that I was also targeting, like maybe around here, but you guys get the point. We were just targeting lower. And also, I really only needed to get, I think, down to like here. I think I only needed to get down to here to pass my combine. So that's where my price target was at. But anyways, we get a beautiful fair value gap. You could have gotten a better entry if you got in here. I just entered right away at the bottom of this fair value gap just so I know that I can get in, basically. But yeah, got in and just rode this down. And yeah, so there was so if you missed this, you still could have gotten in, right, with some of these other fair value gaps. Like here, you could have gotten in for an inverse right here if you wanted. You also could have gotten in inverse here as well for a shorter trade. A little bit more risky to be shorting down here after this, you know, was at 18 down to 94, so a 25-point move or so. It's kind of more risky to short down here, especially like because I was out of my position by this time. So, uh, but you still could have gotten that. But anyways, yeah. So that was the big trade. That was my big trade of the day, was getting in short right here and then riding it all the way down. So let's check out next. So we had one at 848. Which was this one as well. So this is kind of the similar vibes, where if you didn't get in, like, I don't know, like it just seems like this setup was just screaming shorts. Like we had the fair value gap here that you know that respected the fair value gap. We have fair value gap here that ended up respecting. We have inverse. We have inverse. It's like a lot of things are screaming shorts here, and I think there's a lot of opportunities to get in, even if you didn't get in like right away, like at the top here. Um, but yeah, this would have been a nice entry here. We get the fair value gap. You enter at the bottom of this fair value gap, which is typically my entry. The more aggressive entry is up here, and super aggressive is up here. But anyways, so that would have been a nice, beautiful trade here if you would have gotten that. Let's keep going. There's a couple trades. I'm only gonna go through a couple of these trades. There's one long call that actually ended up paying, so we'll just go till that. So 853 is right here. Um, so this one would have paid as well. This one was more risky because um, it was actually two fair value gaps back to back, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, it was two fair value gaps back to back. So we keep talking about this, these stacked fair value gaps. It's risky. It's always risky um, to to basically try to get in these. But like for me, during my live, I said that I was like, I probably wouldn't take this, uh, and I'd be looking for an inverse here. And we never got the inverse, and it actually respected it, and it paid. So, if someone saw that and took that, then that would have been a nice trade. But for me, I was still sitting on my hands, kind of waiting for an inverse, honestly, after the push down. But anyways, yeah. So we got this. The next fair value gap, I'm guessing, is going to be this big one, which is at 902. Yep, pings at 902. So this fair value gap was the next one that pinged. This one, like I said, like big fair value gap at the bottom of a range, it's probably going to be an inverse. And this would have been a beautiful inverse fair value gap. And actually, this was the fair value gap that um, I took it on my practice account, but I like way over leveraged because I was having fun. And I actually got stopped out, or my account got liquidated here because I was too over leveraged. So I didn't even get to hold it to like my actual stop loss. But this would have been the play that paid, right? Fair value gap down here, we play the inversal, so we're entering on this full candle close, so we're entering here basically on this candle. You could wait for the retest, but you might get left in the dust, so it's best to just re-enter. Oops. And yeah, so this was a massive play. Inverse fair value gap, you hold that until new highs up here, and we get pretty close, and then we chop around, and then we eventually break through here. So after this play, I basically stopped watching the market. Um, but we did get some more fair value back calls later on, but I think they were just kind of confirmation or kind of choppy fair value gaps. So um, I'm not really sure. I didn't really look into them, but the big fair value gaps all came in the earlier in the day, in about the first hour of market open. So yeah, that's pretty quick and easy for today's review. One and done trade. Got this really nice short down to the bottom and passed my combine. So now we're going to be trading live account, or I guess funded account. Still simulated, but funded. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. Hopefully we can start working to get a payout. So if you guys are interested in getting these fair value gap alerts, make sure to check the description below. and all the alerts are free right now, so make sure to tap in soon because they're probably not going to be free forever. Let's just say that. Uh, Once people start joining, people start seeing the value of these signals, we'll start putting a price tag on it. So, um, like I said, tap in, and yeah, thanks for tuning in to the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.